You climb into your rideshare after a long day, completely exhausted, ready to zone out on your phone. The driver seems friendly enough, maybe a bit chatty. You make small talk about the weather, about traffic, about the Broncos' latest game. And then it happens. You glance up at the rearview mirror and your heart stops. That voice, that face. No, it can't be. You're sitting in the back seat of Reece Walsh's car, and he's been listening to you talk about him for the last 5 minutes without saying a word. The color drains from your face, your hands start shaking, and Reece, he's grinning like he just scored the winning try. This isn't some made-up story or clickbait fantasy. This actually happened. One of the NRL's brightest stars, the electric fullback who makes defenders look like training cones every single weekend, decided to pull off one of the most hilarious undercover stunts in rugby league history. Reece Walsh, the 22-year-old sensation who's broken ankles and hearts across the competition, swapped his Broncos jersey for a driver's seat and hit the streets as a rideshare driver. No security, no handlers, no warning. Just pure, unfiltered chaos waiting to unfold with every passenger who climbed into his car. But here's where it gets interesting. Walsh didn't just throw on a cap and sunglasses and hope for the best. This wasn't some half-hearted disguise job. He went all in. We're talking full prosthetics, aging makeup, voice coaching, the works. The goal? Transform the babyface superstar into a 48-year-old everyday rideshare driver that absolutely nobody would recognize. And it worked. It worked so well that fans sat inches away from their hero, completely clueless, chatting away about their day, their weekend plans, and yes, even about Reece Walsh himself, while the man sat right there in the driver's seat, biting his tongue to keep from laughing. Picture this. You're a die-hard Broncos fan. You've got the jersey, you've watched every game this season, you've defended Walsh in every social media argument about who's the best fullback in the competition. You order a ride home after work, or maybe after a night out with friends. The car pulls up, looks normal. Driver looks normal, maybe a bit older, kind of tired looking, probably been driving all day. You hop in, plug in your seatbelt, and away you go. Standard Tuesday evening stuff, right? Wrong. Because what you don't know is that your driver spent Sunday afternoon carving up defenses in front of 50,000 screaming fans. What you don't know is that the hands gripping that steering wheel are the same hands that throw cutout passes that leave commentators speechless. What you don't know is that you're about to become part of rugby league folklore. The setup was perfect. The rideshare company was in on it, the production team was hidden, cameras strategically placed inside the vehicle to capture every moment, every reaction, every jaw-dropping second when reality finally hit these unsuspecting passengers. But Walsh, he played it cool, too cool. He slipped into character like he was method acting for a Hollywood film. The accent changed, the mannerisms shifted, even his posture transformed. This wasn't Reece Walsh, NRL superstar. This was Barry or Steve or whatever name he gave them, your friendly neighborhood rideshare driver just trying to make a living. And then came the passengers. Oh, the passengers. Each ride was a masterclass in human reaction, a social experiment that revealed just how starstruck people become when they realize they're breathing the same air as someone they idolize. The first few passengers climbed in without a second glance. Why would they look twice? It's a rideshare driver. You've taken 100 rides just like this one. You make polite conversation, you ask how their day's been, you mention you're heading home or to a friend's place or wherever. Normal stuff. But Walsh had other plans. He started asking questions. Innocent enough at first. So, do you follow rugby league? Most of them lit up. Brisbane fans love their football, and they especially love their Broncos. Oh yeah, massive Broncos supporter, one passenger gushed. We've got such a good team this year. Walsh nodded along, playing dumb, pushing it further. Who's your favorite player then? And here's where it got beautiful. Reece Walsh, hands down. That kid's a freak, absolute game changer. Walsh kept driving, kept his face neutral, but you could see it in his eyes through the footage. He was loving every second of this. The passenger kept going, breaking down Walsh's playing style, his strengths, even pointing out areas where he could improve. Imagine critiquing someone's performance while you're driving them across town, completely oblivious that you're basically giving them a performance review to their face. The tension built with every word. You're watching this unfold and you're screaming at your screen. Turn around, look at him, that's Reece Walsh. But they don't. They just keep talking, keep analyzing, keep praising or sometimes criticizing the very person nodding along in the front seat. The dramatic irony is absolutely delicious. Then came the moment, the reveal. Different for each passenger, but always perfectly timed. Sometimes Walsh would drop a hint. "Yeah, I've heard he's pretty good," he'd say casually. "Reckon he's better than Latrell Mitchell?" That usually sparked a debate, passengers getting more animated, more invested in defending their position. Walsh would challenge them, play devil's advocate, wind them up just enough, and then, when the moment was absolutely perfect, he'd pull over or they'd arrive at the destination. He'd turn around, pull off the disguise piece by piece, and just watch as their brains short-circuited trying to process what was happening. The reactions were priceless. Pure, genuine shock. Hands flying to mouths, eyes widening to the size of dinner plates. Some passengers just froze, completely unable to form words. Others started laughing uncontrollably, that nervous laugh when you can't quite believe what's happening. A few started swearing, then immediately apologizing for swearing in front of Reece Walsh. One passenger literally asked, "Am I being pranked right now? Is this real life?" The best ones were the fans who'd been criticizing him moments earlier. You could see the panic set in. "Oh no, what did I say? Did I say anything bad? Please tell me I didn't say anything bad." Walsh just smiled, reassured them it was all good, probably made their entire year by being such a good sport about the whole thing. Because that's the thing about Walsh. He's not just talented on the field, he's genuine off it. He didn't do this as some ego trip. He did it to connect with fans, to see the real reactions, to break down that barrier between superstar and supporter. But this stunt reveals something deeper about modern rugby league and the relationship between players and fans. In an era where everything is curated, where social media creates distance even as it promises connection, where players are brands and fans are consumers, Walsh flipped the script. He made himself vulnerable. He put himself in situations where he couldn't control the narrative, couldn't filter the responses, couldn't hide behind a screen or a PR team. That takes guts. That takes confidence. And that takes a genuine love for the people who support you week in and week out. Think about what could have gone wrong. A passenger could have been brutally negative. Someone could have recognized him immediately and ruined the surprise. The disguise could have failed. But Walsh took that risk because he understood something important. Fans don't just want to see you score tries and win games. They want to feel connected to you. They want to know you're real, that you appreciate them, that you understand what it means to wear that jersey and represent that city. So next time you order a rideshare, take a second look at your driver. Check that rearview mirror, because in a world